4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Brandy.
The markets are telling us that things look good.
We're at the highest valuation levels we've been in 10 years. We've got earnings are fading. This consumer confidence is there. And so there's all that, but it's all pushed out by quantitative easing to infinity and beyond. So it's still going to be heading higher for the time being, and there's an anticipation of stimulus on the back of that. So we probably are going to continue higher, but the risks just keep heading higher and higher, and you need to be careful with what you own right now.
It comes back to 85% of you are going to lose money, even though you're making money right now, because you don't know when to get out of your stock. This happens all the time. Every crash, people up to the crash, they feel terrific. They don't even open up the mail. Your broker sends you the mail with your report. You don't even open it. You throw it in a desk drawer because things are terrific. All you hear on CNBC every morning how things are wonderful. Best economy ever. You don't even look. But 85% of you lose money. You know that. You lost money in a dot-com. You lost money in 2000. You lost money with the housing crash. And you're going to lose money with this crash unless you know when to get out. Remember, this whole stock market right now is going up for one reason. Because it stinks. That's right. This is a perfect market because we have 6 tech stocks that love this kind of environment. Think about the environment we are in right now. It really stinks. Companies aren't making money. There's no profits, no earnings, but stocks keep going up. Why? Because you have 6 stocks that everyone wants to be in. It's driving the whole 500 stocks. So you got a stock market that keeps going up because of the pandemic. That's right. One man's trash, remember, is another man's or woman's gold. Thank God for the pandemic virus. Those 6 words. Thank God for the pandemic virus. Those 6 words have rung out throughout the Senate and the House. Senators. 51 senators purchased $86 million worth of big tech stocks as the pandemic broke. 51 senators, $86 million worth of big tech stocks. Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, Apple. Everybody's all in the same stocks. Remember, these same senators, I don't know if the same individual senators, but you remember what happened back with the banking crash, right before the banking crash? We're going to bail them out. Remember TARP? They did the same thing. They went out and bought all kinds of bank stocks, made a fortune. Pelosi, who is the chair of the House of Representatives, has purchased herself $5 million in big tech just as the pandemic broke. $5 million. Now, it wasn't just her. More than half of the 435 members of Congress purchased $68 million worth of Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, Apple. Boy, that's a little scary. They don't have much incentive, do they, to correct the pandemic? Why would they? Why big tech stocks? Because they benefit the most from this pandemic. It is perfect for them. So you have an economy that's worsening, economy that's collapsing. You have more foreclosures going on in businesses than ever, especially restaurants, motels. I mean, the economy is just horrible. But these 5 stocks, 6 stocks, everybody's in them. And the worse the economy gets, the more these stocks are going to go up. So why do you think you got Pelosi and you got the senators and you got the representatives all owning these stocks? Because they know it's not going to get better anytime soon. Did you ever notice there wasn't much opposition, especially from Pelosi, when they wanted to close the economy? Did you notice that? There wasn't much opposition from her. Why would there be? And also, Biden, who is now running for president, he announced if he becomes president, he is going to close the economy again if he's told to by his panel. Of course they're going to tell him. Of course. He wants to close the market. Why? Because a lot of people in his family are in these same stocks. Hunter Biden, the crook. He bought the same 4 days after Pelosi bought her $5 million worth of stocks. 4 days later, Hunter Biden bought $7 million in big tech stocks. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. This is crazy what's going on. Now, Pelosi's net worth, when the pandemic broke in February, was $26 million. Since then, has risen $1.8 million. She's made almost $2 million. You think she wants this pandemic to stop? Are you nuts? She'll wear the mask the rest of her life. She should be married. Matter of fact, she should be wearing a mask without the pandemic. Now, Hunter Biden increased his net worth by $1.5 million. $1.5 million since he purchased his stocks. I'm not saying it's not crooked. I'm not saying he's crooked. But the opportunity is out there. And he's going to, and Joe Biden will close this economy. Now, this same Congress, these senators and representatives, they're responsible for the greatest American debt bubble in history and the greatest American phony stock bubble in history. These same people who are in our Senate and in the House. But now they're buying stock. So how can we trust them to do what's right? Aren't they going to do what's best for them? And if they own all this stock, the senators and the representatives, you think they're going to care about Main Street? You think they're going to care about us? What are you, nuts? And what happens is the stocks keep going up and up. You get people who don't know what they're doing start jumping in. They haven't been in a stock their whole life. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and they just start jumping in. People have been sitting on the sidelines waiting and waiting and waiting, don't know anything. They just can't stand it anymore. They're going to start jumping in. We're seeing more people jump in this market, and that's contrarian. That tells us the market's ready to crash. Now, let's think about this. They're telling us when we get this virus, or we get the vaccine, get the vaccine, everything's going to go back to normal. Like we had this wonderful economy before the virus. You hear them talk about the economy? How great it was before the virus? What, are you nuts? This economy was terrible before the virus. Pre-virus, this economy was ready to tank. It was ready to go into bankruptcy, if you will. It was going to crash. It was going to crash. I mean, we have such a leveraged economy. Corporate debt going through the roof. What the hell's going on here? But I'm going to show you how to make some money when we get back and how to get out of a stock in time and what stocks to be in.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, remember, join my gang free for 10 days. And you get your membership and the color-coded chart, both free for 10 days. You got to understand stocks, all these stocks that you're in, especially the FANG stocks, including Microsoft and Apple, you're all in these same stocks. Do you know when to get out of them? Who's going to tell you when to get out of them? Because everybody's in these stocks. I mean, everybody and their brother, people who don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't even know what the stock market is. They're in these things. This is like back in the dot-com days when cab drivers were making $1 million. Barbers were making $1 million in stock. They didn't know what they were doing. Kept going up and up and up. And this is what happens. They get to a point, they're momentum stocks. Like people that are on heroin. It's just a high. You get in, you say, this will never come down. It'll never come down, they say. Really? Didn't they say that about GE? GE would never disappear? Remember that? Oh, GE would never disappear. That's like these 5 stocks, right? Same thing. Oh, these stocks are here forever now. It's different this time. They're not like GE. Really? They're just like GE. What are you talking about? I've been in this market a long time, and I've seen stocks come and go. And stocks like GE, there's always a new cycle of stocks. These stocks are going to get hit. What's driving this market is these stocks. And it's a perfect thing. The worse our economy gets, I mean, everybody's hoping that it's in the stock market right now, and these stocks, they want the pandemic to have another wave. These stocks will just keep going up. Listen to what this guy says about the FANG stocks.
But the overall market, these big names keep carrying the day. You still think they can do it? The Amazons and Facebooks, can they keep this going?
They've been doing it, Charles. They've been doing it for years. They certainly have done it since the lows in March 23rd. So they're going to continue to do it because these are all momentum plays. Again, these companies, the big tech mega cap stocks, have everything that investors want to see. They've got...
No, they don't. Here's what they have. They have the virus. These stocks, since 2013, they're about 40%. Remember, we have 500 stocks, S&P 500. Take these 6 stocks. They're about 40% of the total 500 stocks. You know what that means? That's insane. In other words, we might as well get rid of all the other stocks. Bank stocks are going down for a reason. Buffett got out of bank stocks for a reason. Everybody loves Buffett. Everybody looks to Buffett. He's like the stock god. With Buffett going to gold, that should be telling you something. These FANG stocks are over. You just got to know when to get out. Here, give you an example. We're in these FANG stocks. Well, here's Facebook. We just added to our position today in Facebook. I'm sorry, not Facebook. Okay, Facebook. Facebook, just a nice little day today. Rallied it nice. It's what we call engulfing. It's green. We have our green candlesticks here looking beautiful. We're going to add to that. There's no reason not to add to it. Had a nice W formation, we call them. And then what we want to do is make sure that we put a stop in. That's all. Make sure that if it pulls back 5%, we're out. But the beautiful thing about this chart, and I don't know of any other chart that does this. This is my own chart I designed. It follows the institutional money. And when the institutional money starts pulling out early, it will turn red. it will turn red. It'll tell me. In fact, I even put another color on, which is yellow, to tell me even earlier. Yellow. So unless you have somebody that's dedicated to you that's going to tell you time to get out, you're never going to get out. You don't know anything about this fundamentals. Remember, it used to be if you understood the fundamentals of a stock, you could read the balance sheet, like the free cash flow, margins, if you understood all that, you could get pretty close when to get out. But for people who know nothing about stocks, know nothing about a company, knows nothing about the balance sheet, and you're in a stock and you're making money right now, how are you going to get out? When are you going to get out? Do you know? Do you have an exit strategy? Of course not. You don't know. You're going to give all your profit back. You always do. I'm talking right to you. I'm looking at. Did you get out of the dot-com in time? No, you didn't. Did you get out of the housing con in time? No, you didn't. Don't BS me. No, you didn't. You were driving around all pumped up, all excited, thinking you're rich, and you lost it all. Look, the ones who are going to know when to get out are going to be the 51 senators who purchased $86 million worth of Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, Apple. They're going to know because they have inside information. They're going to know. And the big Wall Street firms are going to know. They got inside information. When the big institutions start bailing, they'll know. We'll know. Because first they'll start turning yellow for us, giving us a heads up. Turn red, giving us a heads up. But also, on the way up, we're not stupid. We take profits. When you have a big day, you get a big day, market goes up 300-400 points. You don't buy the stock that day. You sell into the stock that day. Just the opposite of what you think. Look, join my gang. At least learn how to use the color-coded chart. When it's red, time to bail, okay? Or at least start taking profits. Now let's think about this for a moment. The state of our economy pre-virus, it sucked. What are they talking about? Everything's going to go back to normal. It's not going to go back to normal. We're never going to go back to normal. When you have 80,000 small businesses closing, it's never going to go back to normal. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy. Not Google, not Amazon, but small businesses. 80,000 already closed. That destroys your economy totally. Join my gang, Phil's gang. And remember, when you're making money, help the kids at St. Jude. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. I have a nice little stock I gave my members, SAVE. It's a little airline. It's only $17.95. Why would I buy Amazon or Google? This stock is setting up beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. Now, she dropped from about $48 down to $17. That's a hell of a discount. Why would I buy Amazon? Now, I just noticed in the last couple of days, it's turning green. That means the institutions are starting to put their money back in. When it turns the third day of green, and it's right now it's at $17.96, When it gets above 1955, we'll add to our position, as long as it stays green. Now, when this stock moves up 15, 20%, she starts turning red again, we'll start taking profits. And we'll start taking profits well before that. We don't just stay in and never take profits on the way up. You have to manage your position. You have to manage it. You have to always take profits. So in other words, when you buy a stock, and you buy it the first day, then when it goes up, you add. That's the second time. The third time, you add. The fourth time before you add, go back and take off the first profits. Add again, go back and take off the second one. You add again, you keep going back and rotating, keep taking off. Manage that position. Make sure your chart's green. Make sure the volume. If the volume is doing well, it'll stay green. If it starts turning yellow, that's a warning. If it turns red, we know we got to run like hell, or better, short it. What is better than that? Today, you don't have to know anything about the companies. Nothing. You don't have to know anything about them. You don't even have to know what they do. So check it out. 10 days, I'm giving you this free, so you can either call me a phony or say, boy, he's right. I can't believe this. For $39.95, there's a chart that tells me when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell, and when to even better, to get out, to sell short. So if you're making money, please help St. Jude, would you? So everybody's talking about, do you remember yesterday someone called Larry Kudlow a liar, which I have to agree with? Kudlow came back today responding to it. Here, this was yesterday.
I don't pay any attention to what Kudlow says. No serious economist, by the way, Kudlow isn't an economist, and there's a reason this administration can't hire a real economist, is because they only hire liars for hire. So, you get people who will say whatever the administration wants, but you can't get credible people. So I don't pay any attention to what Kudlow says.
Are you calling Larry Kudlow a liar?
Yes, Varney, yeah.
Yeah, of course. He'll say anything that will help this administration.
That's right, Varney. Matter of fact, you are too. You are too. But you're not a liar. You're just dumb. You're a dope. Varney's a dope. He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know a good stock if he tripped over it. Now, here's Larry's response.
Look, let's go through. You can look at the Congressional Budget Office, Stu. They're close to 20% in the third quarter. The Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta has a GDP now model. I think they're at 25%. One of Wall Street's best economists, Ed Hyman, I think is at 30%. Yep. Blue chip. Our forecast is actually really pretty much centered on what others institutionally and in the.
But I wouldn't believe. I don't believe them either, Larry. I don't believe you or them. Especially the Atlanta Fed. They lie more than you do. The only thing I can depend on is my chart. I designed it. I built it. I can depend on my chart. Because the one thing I know, being on this earth for 74 years and in the market for almost 50 years, they all lie, especially during election time. You try to make everything look beautiful. What tells you the truth is money. If money is going into a stock and it turns green, then my candlestick is telling me money is coming in. And even when it goes from red to green, I don't start right away on the first candlestick. I sometimes wait to the third candlestick for confirmation. And also in my chart, I have this little confirmation pattern. You have this little line on the bottom. It's good. If it turns green, then you wait till that little red line reaches 30. So we got backup. It works. Now, if we go back and take a look at this economy pre-virus, we were ready to crash. We were going to have the 5th largest market crash ever, behind the Dutch tulip bubble in the 1630s. That's still the number one crash, hasn't changed. The second biggest crash ever is the South Sea bubble. That was in 1720. The third biggest crash ever was Japan, their real estate and stock market bubble. The fourth, the biggest ever recorded in history, the dot-com bubble. And 5 will be our pandemic, or our QE crash, our QE crash. Our stock market is at historic highs and it has no profits. 6 stocks are driving the market. 6 stocks, let's say 5. Let's say 5. The 5 major ones. 5 out of 500. 495 stocks aren't even making, Tesla doesn't even make money, the company. And if you take these 6 stocks I just gave you, the FANG, plus you got Microsoft and Apple, their 6 stocks are 40% of the S&P 500 stocks. What are you, out of your mind? And before we got involved with the pandemic, the virus, in 2009, our economy really was bad. Our earnings each quarter were negative. What are they talking about? That we had when we get the virus, we're going to go back to the excellent economy we once enjoyed. No, we didn't. We haven't enjoyed it. Since 2008, our economy has been propped up. Since 2008, our economy's been propped up. With all this stupid quantitative easing. We've made money. We're still buying today. I just told you, join my gang tonight. Follow me. Here's a nice little stock right here. It's a little airline, Save, S-A-V-E. It's a $17.94. We bought LUV. We're already doing nicely on that. I told my members, I said, look, when everybody was down on these airlines, turned green around $33. It's now $37. JetBlue is another one. Second green day today. Beautiful. There you go. I wouldn't mind. My members will own this. They'll own this stock, JetBlue. I started on all these stocks when nobody wanted them. Same thing with the cruise lines. The one I like right now is Norwegian Cruise. Now, somebody's going to be listening to me. They're going to buy these, and they're not going to join the gang, and they're going to lose money. They're going to say, I'm going to read on the internet, say, I listened to Phil Green, I lost money. Don't listen to him. Well, how about give me a break? Why don't you join the gang? If you're not a member of my gang, and I talk about these stocks, how are you going to know when to add, when to take money off? I can't reach you. So you're just going to go buy them today because I said to buy them, and you think it's magically going to go up, and nobody's helping you manage it? You're going to manage yourself? What are you, nuts? Give me a break. So don't buy these stocks unless you're a member. It doesn't work, believe me. You got to have somebody there helping. That's what we do every day. We hold your hand. All right. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get your charge and your membership free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over 6-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
You know, you have stocks going up that aren't making money. Companies make no money, yet their stocks are going up. Isn't that ridiculous? That's crazy. So everybody is jumping in these 6 stocks thinking they're safe. What are you, nuts? There's no place to hide when these start crashing. Everyone is saying, well, it's different this time because of a digital economy. These are attached to a digital economy. Whatever the hell that means. All I know is that I've been doing this long enough that I've seen the best of stocks collapse. Because one thing never changes in my 50 years doing this business. When the institutions pull their money out, they go down. It's that simple. They go down. So I designed a chart that tells me when are they pulling their money out. Doesn't that make sense? And you should use it. Just try it for 10 days. Now, this economy, let's think about what's going on here. The $11 trillion that they printed and then injected into the Paycheck Protection Program. The 90 million Americans that got the $1,200 each, that program. How about the other program? 30 million Americans on top of their $365 unemployment check a week. They got $600 a week called the HEALS Act. None of that has helped the economy. That $11 trillion has done one thing. It pushed the stock market up. That's all. So all the money that they're printing and injecting, which is right now about 26 million an hour, yes, 26 million an hour is what they're printing to keep the stock market going up. Remember, since 2008, we've never, ever had a recovery. We never worked on a recovery. Why would they work on a recovery when they know they got they got financial engineering set up so stocks can go up without having profits? It used to be really hard to drive a stock price up. You had a lot of work. You had to make sure your company had top-line sales. You're competing with other companies in that same group, whether it was snow shovels or whatever. You had to get material that was cheaper than your competitor somewhere around the world, so you could build your shovels cheaper, just saving 1.5%. That was brought to the bottom line. I mean, it was a lot of work. Opening up new markets. You get hit in this market. You make money in this market. You had to test the markets. It was a lot of work. All that is gone now. Stocks go up without having profits because it's just driven by speculation. And that's the beautiful thing about my charting, because that's what it tracks, the speculation, the volume, the energy that's coming in from the institutional buyers. Now, as I said earlier, there are 51 senators. 51 senators. You don't think they want to shut this economy back down? Especially the Democrats? Of course they do. Pelosi's making a boatload of money, and so aren't these senators. And don't forget, you got the representatives under Pelosi. The $63 million they invested in big tech stocks. They don't want to see this virus stop. Are you kidding me? They want to, and again, please don't be misled with Microsoft and Apple. They're different. Google, different. That's what we're being told right now. This is different than the dot-com bubble. These will never, never come down. They once said that about GE, the largest stock in the S&P 500 for 5 of the last 6 years of the century. Over the past 4 years, the stock has lost 77% of its value and is now the 65th largest company in the S&P 500. So don't give me that. It's different this time. What has to be different this time is the way you invest. What has to be different this time is you start thinking that fundamentals mean nothing anymore. What means everything is the money flowing in by the big players. And when that money flows in, you want to capture it. You want to see it. And more important is when it's coming out, because 85% of you never are told when to get out. Please tell me the last time you were told to get out of a stock. If you called and said, I want to get out, what do they tell you? Buy more of it. Cost average down, right? That's a shame and a half. So it's not that hard. If all you're doing now is following the cash flow, what's wrong with that? I mean, think about what they're doing. $26 billion an hour to purchase treasuries to keep interest rates to zero. Do you realize what would happen if they stopped with the $26 billion an hour to buy treasuries and interest rates went up? We'd have the biggest crash in history. They can't let interest rates go up even a quarter point. We'll have the biggest crash in history. $750 billion a month. CEOs are still doing stock buybacks at $750 a month. But to do the stock buybacks, remember, the Fed's printing $26 billion an hour. So they keep buying treasuries so interest rates are zero, so the CEOs will spend $750 billion a month. They're not going to spend $750 billion a month unless interest rates are at zero. Everything is dependent on zero treasury rates. Banks are broke. Banks are having a problem, just like we had right before the market crashed in 2008. They're freezing up. Our banks aren't frozen up right now, but they're printing $215 billion a month to prop the banks up. Why do you think Buffett left the banks and bought gold? And nobody's talking about it. $608 million an hour they're printing to go and buy corporate debt. We've never had such debt in corporations. It's historic. Historic. Everything is being held up by 5 stocks. As long as they can keep 5 stocks going up, these 5, 6 stocks going up, it masks all of this mess. But it's just a mask. When you rip that mask off, you're going to scream. You want to be ready when they rip that mask off. In the meantime, enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. I mean, think about it. Since 2008, the crisis, there's been no economic recovery. None. None. But people think there has been. Corporate bankruptcies are now starting to, the bankruptcies, corporate bankruptcies, the filings are now starting to exceed those in 2009. You don't hear about that. So I could sit here all day telling you this stuff and you're going to turn me out. You're going to shut it down because you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear it. So if you're in Apple right now, or you're in Microsoft like we are, Apple, Microsoft like everybody else, I got an edge on you. When you go to bed tonight, guess what? You're not going to sleep because the money you have in Apple, Microsoft, where you're going, I wonder if I should get out. I wonder if I should get out. I wonder if I should stay in. I don't have to worry about that, nor do my members. And Apple right now is at $498.93. What are you, nuts? This stock's not worth $498. How could the stock go up? How could the stock go up in 1 year? In 1 year, that much, from about $160 to $499. What made it that valuable? Well, I'll tell you. Because the institutions, the biggest banks, the biggest hedge funds, they're going to keep buying that stock. That's what's pushing it up. They know it's not worth that money. But they know as long as the herd mentality is everybody buy Apple, the herd mentality, everybody buy Microsoft, they're going to be there buying it too. But the difference is they're going to have the inside information, know when to get out. You're not going to have any inside information to know when to get out. Wall Street will. They never lose. You're going to lose. But if you join my gang and check my chart out just for 10 days, that chart will tell you when to get out. And you got 10 days to check it out free. It won't even charge you. Join my gang. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to